We are
Good
live.
morning. All right, you muted me. Am I up now?
You are. Okay, give us just a minute. Okay.
All
right. Good morning once again. We have our 10:30 segment here ready to go. We have all of our presenters here ready to give you the information regarding their institution. All right, and we're going to go ahead and get started with one of our local institutions here, Savannah Technical College. We're going to go ahead and get started with them, and then we will make our circle here.
All right. Good morning, Savannah Chatham County Public School System. We are so excited to present to you today. My name is Tiffany Walter, and I serve as the Director of Admissions for Savannah Technical College. I am not here alone. I have my counterpart here, Miss Shatili Sims.
Good morning.
And Miss Sims will tell you who she is.
Yes, I'm the high school coordinator for Savannah Technical College. So I oversee dual enrollment at all of our campuses. We serve students in Chatham County, Effingham, Liberty County, the Pooler area, and the outskirts of Georgia, Jessup area, you name it. But anyone in the state can take dual enrollment classes with us.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. So we're super excited.
All right. Thank you. Let's go ahead with Piedmont. Ms. Stanley.
Hi there, everyone. I'm Wendy Stanley, and I represent Piedmont College, which is on a beautiful 200-acre campus in the North Georgia mountains, in a small town called Demarest, but we're not very far from Gainesville, which is a good-sized city, and then Helen, and also Dahlonega, some of the mountain towns. And it's quite beautiful, but we have mild weather. We still haven't had really much snow, so it's a lovely place to be up in that area. And good to see you all.
All right. Mr. Burks with Fort Valley.
Good morning, everyone. I am Trevion Jaleel Burks. I am a mission counselor and recruiter from Fort Valley State University. Fort Valley State University is the second largest school in the state of Georgia. Not only that, but we're the #1 public HBCU in the state of Georgia, and we have held that title for 3 years. I'm proud to announce that I am the Southeast recruiter for Georgia of Fort Valley State University, and I'm a 2018 graduate of Fort Valley State University. Thank you.
All right, we can hear that Fort Valley pride there. Mr. Cowles with Georgia College.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Marcus Cowles. I am the coordinator of diversity recruitment at Georgia College. And where I am, we are the designated public liberal arts university in Milledgeville, Georgia. So we're centered to the heart of the state, where we have about 40 plus different majors here, as well as about 7,000 students on campus. About 6,000 of those are on the undergrad side, and about another 1,000 with our grad program. But we have the #1 nursing program here in the state of Georgia. But overall, with a liberal arts approach that we put in place, we're looking at helping you develop skills that's going to catapult your career and everything that you're passionate about, and helping you carve out that path over across our 40 plus majors that we have here at GC. So we have the 3rd highest graduation rate as a four-year graduation rate, and also the 3rd highest freshman retention rate. So we're looking at helping you academically soar, to put the things in position for your career, but also we want to help you have that overall great college experience here in the lovely state of Georgia.
All right, and Mr. Cowles, can you go ahead, and the next question, we're going to transition to our admissions requirements. So Mr. Cowles, can you share those for Georgia College?
Of course. So at GC, what we do here at our school is a little bit different. We're not looking at just a number to say, hey, you're in or you're out. But what we're looking at doing is we want to get to know you. We want to find out how you fit into the GC culture. And how we look at measuring that is we do a holistic approach. There's 3 requirements that we use as a part of our application process. One, you have to fill out an application. You can do that through Georgia Future or the Common App, or you can do it in paper form. And there's a $35 application fee with that associated with it. But if you're attending this today and joining us, we're waiving that fee as a part of you being a part of MegaGenesis and being from the Savannah area. So we love to see a lot of our students come and join us. So we're looking to waive in that today. Additionally, from there, what we're looking for is for our students to send in their official high school transcript. Has to come directly from your high school. When it comes to that, can't come from you. And then we have our students do two completed essays. These two essays that we have our students do, we're looking at 200 to 300 words each for each essay, but we break them down to two topics to discover a little bit more about who you are. One, in your overall background experience, we want to know how you're going to add to the overall diversity of Georgia College. Doesn't have to necessarily be about race, gender, or religion, but it can be about something as simple as, you know, like if you guys can't tell from this camera here, but I'm 6'9", and I choose to play baseball rather than basketball. And so we want to hear about those experiences and how does that make you, and how does that help you create you to be the person you are today? And then the other question we're looking at our students to answer is in your overall background, as far as your undergraduate goal and things of that nature, how is Georgia College going to help you attain that goal? You talk about those two, we're able to help you go through that process. Our application deadline for this year, fall 2021, is April 1st. So we want you to start jumping into that early, and let me help you work through this process, as well as our assigned counselor for the Southeast Georgia area, Rachel Horn. We would love to connect with you guys and help you build that on-ramp. We are test optional for this year, so we're not looking at test scores necessarily, but if you've done really well with those, we'd love to have those to factor those in overall.
All right. A lot of great information there. And again, parents, students, we're posting this information in the chat for you as well so that you can connect. Mr. Burks with Fort Valley.
Thank you once again. Okay, great. So how to apply and our requirements at Fort Valley State University. Our requirements are simple as 1, 2, 3. You can actually visit our website at www.fvsu.edu and fill out a free application for Fort Valley State University. We also is on Georgia Futures. We're on the Common App and the Black Common App. If you're not have any internet access, we can actually mail you an application. You can fill out and you can send it to us. The application is free. Right now, Fort Valley State University is test optional, so I'm going to make sure I read everything correctly. For our test optional requirements, we ask that students have a 2.4 GPA and meet the USG requirements as the 4 English credits, the 4 math credits, the 4 science credits, and the 2 foreign language credits of the same language. You do not have to submit an SAT or ACT if you meet all these credits and have a GPA of 2.4 or higher. We ask that you send your high school transcript directly from your high school counselor. They can send it by mail, they can upload it through Georgia Futures, or they can send it to us any kind of way they feel need. They can actually call us and they can actually fax it to us as well. But if you do not meet the 2.4 GPA and you have a GPA below 2.4, then we ask that you send an SAT or SAT test score. The application is free. Just send your high school transcript and you should hear from us in 2 days.
All right, that's great to know. I like the fact that, you know, we understand internet is a challenge for some students and families, so you'll even mail that application. So that's great to know. Thank you for sharing that, Mr. Burks. All right, Ms. Stanley with Piedmont.
Hi, everyone. Okay, so admissions requirements for Piedmont College that we're looking for are for students to have at least a 3.0 GPA. That can be a 2.99, 2.98, 2.97, but that's about as low as we'll go there. We typically look for an 18 ACT and about an 850 to 900 on the SAT, but we are test optional this year. But I think like Mr. Kyle said, certainly if you have an SAT or an ACT score, that can certainly, it can make a difference as far as scholarship. So at this point, certainly if you just have your GPA, that's fine. But we are always happy to look at test scores. And we know that there are more options coming available to take either one of these tests coming into the spring and into the summer. And we will accept a test score into July, probably just around July 1st. And we will always reevaluate an updated transcript. So students that have just completed first semester, we'll be happy to look at that GPA again. And then at the end of the year, if you're going to attend Piedmont, we certainly will look for that transcript after you've graduated and reevaluate the GPA just to see if you might move to a different scholarship tier. So we will always award more if you move up. We will not take away. So definitely know that. And our application is always free. So at piedmont.edu, the application is available on the website. Also, we are free for the Common App as well. So we will take either one of those, and certainly the transcript coming from your high school counselor as well. That's very important.
All right, and Savannah Tech, if you will share with us your admissions requirements.
All right. So, Savannah, we are here. We are right here in your front door, your back door, maybe your next door neighbor, but we are here. So, to get into Savannah Tech, we are a little bit different from most of our counterparts that are here today. Number one, because we not only offer degree level programs, but we also offer those technical trades and skills that may get you right, or that should get you right into the workforce. So, we are a little bit different than most of our counterparts here. And with that being said, that's going to determine what your admissions requirements are. We too, as with all of our counterparts today, are test optional right now. So for us, we are looking, if you are going into degree level coursework, meaning we only offer associate's degrees, which is the highest degree level that we offer at Savannah Tech. But if you have a 2.6 or higher, you are not required to submit or have to submit test scores, SAT, ACT. A little bit different, that if you don't have the 2.6 to go right into the degree level classes and you have below that, we offer the AccuPlacer test, which is a little bit different from a lot of our counterparts. So you can take SAT, you can do the ACT. We accept pre-SAT scores. We take pre-ACT scores. We have the AccuPlacer. We use the Georgia Milestones as a test option. So for us, we use a lot of alternative measures for testing. So just because you do not have the 2.6 does not mean that you cannot start with us. If you are going into any of our technical certificates of credit, which are certificate programs, or our diploma programs, we only require a 2.0 GPA. Right now, we will allow you to submit unofficial documents. So that is also different. Typically, you would have to get an official transcript from your high school counselor, or going into Georgia Futures to have that transcript sent over. If you have a copy of your transcript at home, we can use that currently for the upcoming summer and fall semester. Some other things that I think would make us unique as far as with our admissions processes is that, like I said, because we are a technical institution, for those students or some of your family members who may not have even graduated high school, we also have what we call basic entry workforce programs that do not require a high school diploma or a GED to complete to get into Savannah Tech. So if you are or if you have any of your family members who are not, who don't have their GED or have not had the opportunity to complete their high school diploma, we do also have programs that will allow them to go to school with us too.
All right, that's a lot of great information right here in your own back door that's available to you. Again, students, parents, please make sure that you're putting those questions in the chat, because we want to make sure we hear from you. Also, please make sure that you sign in. Now we're going to get into some of those majors. Some of you have hit on some of those, but we want to hear about perhaps those most popular, but also some of those lesser known. So Mr. Burks with Fort Valley, let's get started with you there at Fort Valley.
Okay, great. At Fort Valley State University, we like to say that we have majors from A to V, from accounting to visual performing arts. Most of these programs are known for their ability to produce some of the top graduates who go on to do incredible things in the world. But some of our most popular majors and great programs that we have at Fort Valley, for instance, we have a great biology program. Through this biology program, we offer a prep program that helps you study for the MCAT. Not only does this program help you study for the MCAT, but also, which is the MCAT, which you need to get inside med school, it also provides you with a stipend per month. We also pay for the MCAT, and you can learn how to study and prepare for the MCAT. Also, we have business management, psychology, criminal justice, which you can prepare for careers in law and law enforcement. And we also have forensic science. Also, we have a veterinary technology program, which is the only 4-year program in the state of Georgia. Not only that, but we have agriculture engineering technology, which students will learn how to use technology to revolutionize the distribution of food. And not only that, guys, but we have electrical engineering, animal science, plant science, we have computer science. So we have a lot of great programs, but one program that I actually love at Fort Valley State University is called the CDEP program. The CDEP program is an energy efficient program for STEM majors like science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. With the CDEP program, students enroll. Basically, you go to school for 3 years at Fort Valley State University and get a bachelor's degree in a STEM program, which we will pay for. And then you have the opportunity to go to one of our partner schools like Penn State University, Georgia Tech University, University of Las Vegas in Nevada, University of Texas in Austin, Texas, and University of Arkansas in Arkansas, where you'll get a second bachelor's or a master's in a second STEM major. Then after that, you will be having internships and you'll have employment through BP, Shell, Exxon, or even NASA. So that's one of the great programs that I actually really do love at Fort Valley State University. And our mass communication program is currently starting to grow. We're starting to have different partnerships, especially with Coca-Cola. So, and you can find all the majors on our website. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I just was going to say, we had a question in the chat about internships and you hit that right on target. And that came in right in time. So thank you so much for adding that piece about internships. I really do appreciate that. Mr. Cowles with Georgia College.
All right. As I shared earlier today, we have one of the programs that we have, premier programs, is we have the #1 nursing program. That is based off of the overall scores that are being taken on the NCLEX, and where our students are scoring the highest in the state. Within the university systems of Georgia, being ranked 3rd highest across all of our different majors here. We have a plethora of information that's provided, and you get a cream of the crop information and guidance. But nursing being one of them, where our students receive over 1,000 hours of experience that they're looking at as more as like a 2nd-year practitioner when they go into the workforce. We have mass comm at our school, where our mass comm, the opportunities with our mass comm degree is we have students at our school that have the opportunity of taking in undergraduate research, where our students are being able to put right on the front lines of news coverage. We have four different opportunities at our school where they can come to our school and maybe they'd be a part of the student newspaper, or even like our student-led video team, broadcasting team, where our students will have the opportunity where if there's something that's going around mid-Georgia that like CNN or Fox can't get to, they call us. And so our students are going in as like freshmen and sophomore, getting right on site and being able to cover the news. And they're being able to take that into their e-portfolios as they move forward from there. Within our business degree, we have our top majors in business are marketing and marketing and management, sorry. And within those, the great part of being a part of that as well is we are an AACSB accredited school. This is the highest accreditation that you can receive for a college of business. Only about 5% of the schools in the US receive this honor, and we happen to be one of those. So from there to some of our, even when it comes to sciences and arts, we're leading the way, or we're on the front lines, where you can even see in the news right now where we've been having the opportunity of being in front of this COVID opportunity to do research on it, where our students are really doing the work along with our professors. And in maybe some universities, you have to wait until your junior or senior year to really get exposure and get that opportunity to really build a portfolio. Saying that, our students are being able to do that with their mentor undergrad research as early as in their freshman year. So if you're looking at a school that for a school that you're going to be able to get hands-on experience right from the get-go, and as well as, be able to even have published works by the time you're a senior that really looks good on your overall, portfolio, where you're sharing that between a potential employer, we're a great school, for you to have that opportunity of doing that. That is just some of the few that we have here. We also have the opportunities of connecting from music with our music department. We have one of two music therapy programs here in the state of Georgia. So if you're interested in going in that route, there's a lot of opportunities with that. But really, between our 40 plus majors, from some even thinking about pre-professionals like pre-pharmacy or pre-law or pre-veterinarian, we have a track that's set up with it where you can have the opportunity, or even pre-engineering. We have a partnership with Georgia Tech where you come to us for a couple of years, get your physics degree, and then you can transfer over into Georgia Tech and you can get your engineering degree, which typically can take up to like 6 or 7 years. You're able to attain that with us between our two colleges within about 4 or 5. So what we're really looking at doing is not only is providing you all the book smarts, but we're also giving you that experience and really helping, walk alongside you so you can carve out the path that's perfect for you.
All right, some great opportunities beginning in your freshman year, guys. Piedmont, which you're about to become a university as well. So I know that's going to open up some additional opportunities. Can you share with us?
Sure. Yes, we are so excited. In April, so not very far away, we are becoming Piedmont University. So a huge change for everyone and very exciting. Piedmont was founded in 1897. So we have come quite a long way and very excited. Brand new dorm going up, the biggest one we'll have on campus. So that will be ready by fall of next year. So just a whole new brand. We'll still be the Lions. So we're not letting go of our wonderful mascot, but a lot of neat things happening on campus. So I have to give a big shout out to our forensic science program. So it has been ranked by a national ranking entity called study.com as the 26th best forensic science program in the nation. So wow, little Piedmont College in North Georgia. So exciting. And because we have some specific classes within the major of forensic science. One's called crime scene photography. How cool is that? Evidence documentation and courtroom procedure. So these are some really interesting classes you can take within that major that aren't offered in other institutions and right here in Georgia. So very exciting. Also, there is an internship program that goes along with that because it is important. We all recognize real world experience certainly helps with getting a job after you graduated. And one of the other cool things about that program is the professor who runs that, his name is Bruce Willis. I mean, he's not that Bruce Willis, but he's a pretty cool other Bruce Willis. So that's really, really neat. So we're excited about that. We also have other majors like some other schools here, nursing, exercise science, which is a great major going into physical therapy, athletic training. We have the pre-law 3+3 with Mercer Law School. So it's a way to obtain your JD in 6 years instead of 7. So you kind of you get to move a year early to Mercer Law School if everything is going great with that major. And we also have an engineering physics dual degree with Georgia Tech or Kennesaw. So exciting ways to begin at a smaller school. Piedmont has a little over 1,000 students on the main campus. So a way to start at a smaller institution and then transferring later to a larger school to complete a program. It's also a nice way if you're wanting to play sports and with us and then move on as well. So different things to think about.
All right, so some great opportunities, especially that meeting Bruce Willis. I'm pretty sure he gets that a whole lot, being in that particular field.
Yeah.
All right, Savannah Tech. And we know you have a variety of
We
majors
got a
there.
lot going on at Savannah Tech.
A lot.
Yes, a lot going on. So just to kind of piggyback on what Wendy just said about getting started at a smaller school and transitioning to a larger school, that is what we pride ourselves on here at Savannah Tech. I tell students all the time, and I've had the opportunity to work at some larger institutions. Many of you have seen me throughout the throughout the school district and over the years. And so what I love about Savannah Tech is that you can get that small field, go ahead, get your core academic classes out of the way, and then transfer to one of the larger institutions. Particularly since we're talking about programs and things, just to kind of highlight some special things about us. We have an accelerated transfer program with Georgia Southern University. So particularly if you were denied admissions into Georgia Southern, you can come to Savannah Tech, take our interdisciplinary studies degree program, which is basically your core academic classes, English, math, sciences, social sciences, history, those types of courses. If you are successful in 24 credit hours. So that roughly about 8 classes. If you take 8 classes and you maintain at least a 2.0 GPA, you will automatically be admissible into Georgia Southern. Won't have to do a new application, won't have to do all of the extra stuff. And even better than that, even at Georgia Southern, if you applied to Georgia Southern, got denied, you want to come to here, I waive your admissions application fee. So you're not even having to pay a second application fee if you were denied admissions at Georgia Southern. So that is something that we are super, super excited about with this accelerated transfer program. But we do have some other really cool programs. One of our newest programs is cyber forensics. So kind of talking about the forensics piece, but we have cyber forensics. And everybody, y'all see this phone, y'all can see my phone. I got my little iPhone Max here. It's a big thing when, people are trying to figure out what is happening. People are hacking into phones. They're stealing your money. They're going and doing all of these weird things because now we are in a virtual platform. We're doing a lot of things behind camera screens, and we're not actually doing that physical touch of things. And we started that even before COVID-19. So there has to be someone who can work in the field to make sure that all of the transactions that we do day to day do not get hacked into, our identities getting stolen. So we are super excited about our cyber forensics program. Georgia Film. Y'all know that Savannah is a hub of the film industry. I mean, there are even during the pandemic, we were still having movies being filmed here in Savannah. Right. And so at Savannah Tech, that we have that fast track program with our Film Academy. So if you're learning the ins and outs of the film industry, being at the top of the list, if you know anything about being in the film industry, you will know that there is like a go-to list of people who different film production companies will contact, especially when they're doing films in certain areas. They don't want to bring all of those people in to kind of to produce a movie or to work on a movie. They'll bring their big people, but all of those backline people are usually people that are right there in the local market. So if you decide to stay here in Savannah and you want to work into the film industry, it is a very lucrative market, and we have great partnerships and great opportunity in Georgia film. Logistics. You know, we are a port city, Georgia Ports Authority. We have a huge relationship with Georgia Ports Authority, also with JCB. I'm gonna let Ms. Shatili talk a little bit about JCB and her experience with JCB, which, you know, those are the big tractors. If you're going down 95 and you see the pretty yellow tractors, we could talk a little bit. We have our logistics and our JCB apprenticeship program. And I'm gonna let, like I said, I'm gonna let Ms. Shatili talk a little bit about that. Aviation, you know, we have a whole aviation program. So just wanted to show you that. Ms. Shatili, we don't have a lot of time, but I'm gonna let you go ahead and chat about that JCB apprenticeship program real quick.
Okay, just reach out to your high school counselor and ask about the apprenticeship opportunities. My son and his best friend did it last year, and they're still working with JCB. You can start in our technical programs as early as 10th grade, as long as there is not an 18-year-old age requirement. So I'm going to throw it back to Ms. McGuire because I believe that we are running out of time, but come see us at Savannah Tech.
Listen, this was so much great information. I almost want to go back to school myself. And I am so sorry that we don't have more time to share with our presenters that are here. Very engaging, a lot of great information, film industry, because I think that's something all of you have in common, it appears, with your institutions. Again, we did not plan it that way, but it worked out that way. And I'm glad it did, that they were able to share all of that. Listen, Ms. Walter, Ms. Sims, Ms. Stanley, Mr. Burks, Mr. Cowles, I appreciate you for being here and sharing with our students and parents. We're about to give away those first 4 gift cards. So make sure that you sign in. Please make sure that you sign in. We're about to start our next session, so there'll be another opportunity there. The institutions here have also shared additional information with us that we'll have posted on our site throughout the day, videos and things to help you stay engaged. And again, with that sign in, you will be able to connect with them because we're going to share that information with them, so that they can connect with you. So make sure you sign in. Thank you to everybody for joining. Thank you for being a part of MegaGenesis. A lot of you, again, have been with us from the beginning. We do appreciate you. And please enjoy the rest of your weekend. Viewers, our next session is coming right at you. So please make sure